All right. Well, just got back from the new MCU film, Captain Marvel. And I'll try not to give out any spoilers, but I will give a review because this has been a much anticipated film since the last MCU film, which was, I believe, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Um, First, I gotta say, the just before the film even got underway, as they were doing the opening credits, they did a really cool little tribute to Stan Lee, who does make a cameo in it. I won't say where, but he is in the film. Um, I guess some of the high points and low points. Um, let's see. To begin with, uh, Brie Larson. She seems like at the start it seems like she's not really suited for the spot. However, I will say that it was just might have just been the opening scene, maybe not even the opening scene, but really close to the beginning. She's doing a she's talking with someone, and it just seems like she's kind of her acting skills aren't quite there for that little tidbit, I thought. However, I will say that for the rest of the film, I was actually very impressed. Well done. It was a great story. From the pieces that I gathered from like before the film, watching the trailers, seeing some of the fan videos that have been out there, I kind of got an indication on how the film was going to uh, commence and eventually finish. And I will say, like, the overall film, it was great. I liked it. I have seen better films. However, being that this is kind of the first film of Captain Marvel, when you compare it to all the other first films, like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, I would say that it's a lot better than the Thor one. Um, it's it was enjoyable. It was definitely enjoyable. Definitely worth seeing, and there was some comedic parts in it. the the whole plot, you get kind of a plot twist, but if you're actively looking for a plot twist, um, and some foreshadowing, I think you can catch on early on what's happening. And again, that kind of came from uh, the just kind of the videos that I had seen prior to going to see this movie. Um, I think one thing that I will recommend is there's a video. I'm trying to remember the name of it. There's a video on YouTube called it's something like "Watch this before you see Captain Marvel," and it's like 6.5 minutes long. Definitely check that out because I believe in that video it kind of I'm trying to think of the name of the creature. A free. I can't even pronounce it. It starts with an F. Freeloid. Furloid. Um, Something along those lines. I've totally butchered it, but watch that. You'll get an indication on what it is. It will definitely help you towards the end of the film. Um, some takeaways from it. I did not expect to see one of the Infinity Stones. However, one of the Infinity Stones does make an appearance. Again, I won't say which one, but there is an Infinity Stone that is uh, found in there. Um, other key points to take away. There are two ending end credit scenes, so make sure you stay for the very to the final credit. It's you know how Marvel does it. They have the one, and then you wait the entire length of the rest, and then you have the other. Um, what else? What else? The Blockbuster Video, that was pretty cool. The inside, you see some of the movies in the background, and that was pretty cool to see some of those movies. The story takes place. The year is 1995, and um, that's about all you need to know for that. One of the end credit scenes, the first one that you see, is it ties into Avengers Endgame. So that was really cool to see that synopsis. Um, I was reading an article earlier today, and it talked about uh, was it Disney shareholders? I think it was Disney shareholders. They got to see a sneak preview of some of the Avengers Endgame, and it showed a couple unpublished trailers or something, and it has Captain Marvel and the Avengers, and something along the lines of uh, they're they're kind of wondering, where the heck have you been? And um, Thor kind of makes a stand, and again, this is just from what I read, so it could be completely untrue, but Thor makes a stand and basically tries to intimidate her, and she just kind of stands there and says, "Well, Thanos hasn't faced me," so something along those lines. But whatever the case is, sounds pretty cool. Um, Other than that, um, yeah, it was just you have to see the film. It's it is pretty much exactly what I thought it would be, but I was not disappointed. I thought it was really cool. And just so everyone knows, like I did not grow up reading comic books in that. Um, I am I am a fan of the MCU. Obviously, it's kind of hard not to be. So that is why I don't know like all the little nuances or ins and outs. Um, but with that being said, definitely a cool, uh, definitely a cool movie. Definitely recommend checking it out. And I'm just pumped for April. I'm pumped for the Avengers Endgame. So if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them or share them. And if you were asking a specific question before you actually go and see the movie, um, then definitely reach out. I'll be happy to help if as much as I can. I'll try not to spoil it for you. Um, but I guess the one other thing is I saw it in 3D, and I think this kind of movie was worth seeing in 3D. So um, I know some 3D movies it's like you paid to see like two spots that were actually 3D. This one, being in the space setting and all really cool features that they have in it, I recommend seeing it in 3D. Enhances the experience. But yeah, that's about all I got for you. It's got action, comedy. Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson are great together. It's a great team. Um, all the acting phenomenal. Other than that first little part, I was kind of hesitant, thinking, oh, I don't know how this is gonna go, again, I think it was just that one part. So, um, anyways, go see it, and hope you enjoy. Uh, you know, hit hit if you like this, leave me a comment. Um, What do we got here? Do you think Captain Marvel deserves to be the strongest character in the MCU? Yeah, that throughout the whole film, I was kind of debating that because at the beginning, I got there early and they were playing some. Um, they're playing like the usual little previews at the beginning, like before they even play the actual movie previews. Um, and the directors had said that she's one of the strongest characters in the like in the universe, but in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, she is the strongest character. So they did confirm that. Um, but yeah, throughout most of the movie, right up until the end, it's kind of like I didn't see it, but right at the end, it was kind of that's when you really see the amount of power that she has. So um, yeah, right. Again, it takes like the whole movie to see, but um, yeah, I can definitely see it with what she does at the end. It's total destruction, and yeah, yeah. That's again. I'm not. I don't want to give away the movie, so definitely go see it. But um, thanks for what do we got here? Like it's frustrating because Marvel has been making comics for 80 years and 50 movies for 20 years. Yeah, no, I see your point there. And I mean, with all the characters and stuff that they can choose from, um, I mean, to me, for most of the movie, I was thinking, okay, well, Thor is still, in my opinion, like the strongest one. Um, it's like a film comic that was rebooted so many times. Yeah, yeah. Prior to obviously prior to this film, it was Captain Marvel never really crossed my mind when they said that she was one of the strongest, uh, one of the strongest superheroes out there. I was like, really? Because I had never really heard of her or thought of her. Um, but I also thought the same thing about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And again, if you missed my earlier segment, like I did not grow up reading all the comics and stuff. So I'm just kind of learning as I go along. But I think what Marvel's been able to do with their characters and character development, I think it goes a long way on making it believable. So whatever opinions you'll have going into different films and that, I think the only true letdown for me, um, and again, it could be completely based on my experience or my opinion. The worst film that I have seen for the Marvel universe has been probably either the first Thor or the Doctor Strange. I wasn't really a fan of those. But that being said, like especially with the Thor character, like the first couple films, you could tell that Chris Hemsworth was kind of um, how would you say almost like robotic or whatever, but he wasn't really truly feeling the character. But then that last one, like Thor Ragnarok, was I thought it was amazing. It blew my mind. What do we got here? Yeah. Yeah, there's some films that just seem like okay, we got to put this out here just to you know make way for the next film coming out, and that's kind of how I felt with Doctor Strange. With that in mind, though, when you compare it to what the DC universe has been doing, like I don't know, DC is kind of I absolutely loved the Batmans with Christian Bale, and then over the past decade, it's been well, I guess since 2013 has been just god awful in my opinion, and they've really forced those backstories down your throat. and it was just like, okay, we got to get this out here because we got to catch up to what Marvel's doing. And yeah, so I guess with the films that I had mentioned there, yeah, yeah, Dark Knight definitely, definitely. Um, I in again in my opinion, I was not a fan of I haven't been a fan since the Dark Knight trilogy. Um, Maybe because I'm not a Ben Affleck fan, but I don't know. Though every single movie, I mean, uh, Wonder Woman I actually enjoyed. Um, Aquaman, it was it was all right. It was one of their better ones, I guess. Um, but yeah, the it just seems like the whole Justice League uh, synopsis of the past, I guess, 7 years, 6, 7 years now. It's just been like they've been trying to play catch up, and that's my opinion. That's what I've taken away is they're trying to play catch up, so they're not there. There's room for improvement. Um, who is it? The director of Guardians of the Galaxy who got fired, James Gunn. I think he's directing the next Justice League, so that would be interesting to see. I'd be interested to see how that turns out because with what he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, um, they've been terrific. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And actually, they said that they might be. Was it Justice League or Suicide Squad? Um, no, he no, they stuck to it and said that they weren't rehiring him. So he's with DC now, and now I'm confused on whether it's the Justice League or the Suicide Squad that he's directing. I think it's the second Justice League, but I could be wrong on that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna get off here and go to bed because I gotta be up in 4 hours. I think with Shazam they might turn DC around. Yeah, I actually finally in the previews they had the Shazam preview up, and that was the first um, preview that I saw of it. I had seen some things on YouTube beforehand, but I thought it was just like I thought it was a gag. um, but yeah, so that'll be interesting to see for sure. Uh, yeah, it looks funny. It looks kind of similar to how the newest Spider-Man is, like not plot wise, but just his mannerisms, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. So again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the questions and the interaction. So um, yeah, I guess go see the film and then let me know what your thoughts were because I'd love to hear what you thought of it too. Um, a lot to look forward to. That it is, and especially next month too. So all right, take care. Give me a shout, and I'll subscribe to you too. Yeah.